Doctor, there's something seriously wrong. All the babies born today in the hospital are missing their arms.
UNICEF declared state of emergency in Lake City of Taurus, where children are being born without arms. Scientists suspect that Lake Moksha, the city's main water supply, might be the cause. This needs to be contained. I want these kids in my office at 5 sharp. Trace them and do whatever is necessary. Money is not an issue, said Professor Alzheimer's calmly. The old and infirm professor was an award-winning scientist and a philanthropist.
My team, different Avengers but well contained. Owl can hear anything within a mile, huh? Joanne can read lips. Max can speak the universal language, sign language. I remember Anne, who knew a girl who lost her face due to acid attack would become a master makeup artist, huh? And the camouflage queen.
Sir, Sean has locked himself in his room yet again.
Sean was Professor's autistic grandson and the reason that Professor had taken up early retirement after the death of his son. Welcome, students. You are going on a mission to the Lake City of Taurus to find out the cause of the birth defects and also to contain it. Let me explain the details. The Avengers take a yellow submarine to go underwater to find out about the problem. Fish are dead because of some poison.
They see a factory that makes poison and pollutes the water.
Some experiments are going on inside the factory. Some fish are eating venom, so the humans get poisoned. When children are born, they have birth defects.
The Avengers look for the boss and they use their superpowers. They find him. They report the fact to the scientist who is waiting for them inside the submarine.
The Avengers called the scientists and told them that the boss is polluting the water. They say, "We need to capture the boss." Ali uses his ear to find what the boss was, then Juan watched the camera footage to find out what the boss was saying to locate him perfectly.
The boss said, "Tomorrow we are going to dump out all the venom into the lake."
So they decided that they had to blow up the factory to stop him. The boss looked right into the camera and said,
"I know you're watching, so I'm dumping it tonight."
They decided to blow up the factory that night to stop the boss from polluting the lake. Right before they blew it up, the boss and his men dumped all the venom into Lake Moksha. The Avengers had a good friend, Bucky Barnes. He was originally an Avenger. Bucky was born with a birth defect, and when he got old enough, he got a robotic arm created by a scientist. He left the Avengers to dedicate his life to helping children with birth defects.
Let's divide the jobs and discuss different ideas. Dr. Alzheimer said, "We need to solve the problem together." The Avenger explained. It took them a lot of thinking and a lot of time to come up with a solution.
I am going to make bionic arms for all the children that do not have arms,
said Dr. Alzheimer. Bucky Barnes decided that he is going to teach all the children how to use their robotic arms using all the things he has learned after getting a robotic arm himself.
Dr. Alzheimer said, "If we want to clear the venom, I will have to find an antidote against the venom. To do this, I want you to use your powers to find out where the boss is. If you do that, we can find the chemicals and particles in the venom that the boss might have in his briefcase."
Ali used his powers to find the location of the boss. Ali quickly heard the voice of the boss. Ali screamed, "Dr. Alzheimer, I found the boss. He's in the jungle north of Taurus."
And the camouflage queen put flowers and grass on her head, colored her body in her clothes, then went to the jungle where the boss was hiding.
When she got near, the boss didn't notice her coming because she matched perfectly with the color of the jungle.
She got the bus briefcase with all his documents, including all the information about the venom and that the boss dumped into it.
Dr. Alzheimer said, "Avengers, I need you to find a way to clean the water, and I'll find an antidote." After a while, the Avengers exclaimed, "We found a solution. We are building it."
Dr. Alzheimer said, I have found an antidote, but I know I will. If Dr. Alzheimer does not find a cure, then all the pregnant women in the city of Taurus will get babies with no arms.
After all the experiments, Dr. Alzheimer came up with the antidote. Then Dr. Alzheimer published the news on the internet. He also injected it in the food in the supermarket. So when people buy food to eat, they can also eat the antidote.
The antidote spread further and further into different parts of the city. The Avengers also created a machine to clean out the dead fish and clean the polluted water from the lake. Dr. Alzheimer said, "Now the problem has been solved. Everyone is safe and everyone can go back to their daily lives." After that, everyone became more aware of the importance of having clean water, food and water for all.
Team Avengers brought up discussion on Sustainable Development Goal number 3. Good health and living. Sustainable Development Goal number 6. Clean water and sanitation, and especially on Sustainable Development Goal number 10. Reduced inequalities. The Avengers became the key advisors to Taurus as the city sought to become more accessible to all.
Schools in Taurus now have a braille printer, audiobooks accompanying every textbook. Students are proactively learning sign language. Public places and transport systems have ramps and wheelchairs. Anne has started a tattoo studio where she camouflages the physical scars of acids with breathtaking tattoos.
After his success in 3D printing robotic arms for children born without arms, Bucky's startup now gives robotic and bionic limbs to those in need, funded by the city of Taurus. The startup has grand plans of expansion to 20 countries within the next 2 years.
Attempts are also being made to understand and include autistic children into classrooms. After Dr. Alzheimer revealed, however, Sean's unusual ability with chemical equations and math that helped him clear the final stumbling block towards the antidote. Sean remains exclusively elusive though.
As Team Avengers went up to receive their awards from Mayor Alzheimer, everybody in the audience realized that just like the Avengers, nobody has any disability. Each person is unique, with his own special ability just waiting to be discovered. Yes, Dr. Alzheimer began his second career as mayor at the ripe old age of 91.